This is a no bullshit version of how I went from this to this.
Hey Bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bestie, like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about something so many of us love to hear about. Real women share the weight loss transformation and exposing the secrets that truly worked for them. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back share my true sense.
This is a no bullshit version of how I went from this to this within the space of 2 years and literally changed my life, and how you're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, the first thing that I did was to go online and just search calorie deficit calculator to figure out exactly what a deficit looks like for me. Okay, and it's going to be different for literally every single person. Like, there's so many different things that go into it: your age, your height, your current weight, your activity level. Literally put in all the information and it will tell you exactly how many calories you should be eating every single day in order to lose weight. Once you have that figure, the next thing you need to do is to implement it into your daily life. You actually need to follow the program, follow the schedule. And for example, if it says for you to eat 1,600 calories every single day, then guess what? You should be eating 1,600 calories every single day to be in a deficit, okay? Consistency is so important. You need to be able to maintain the weight loss. It's a mind shift, and you need to just be able to mentally prepare yourself every single day to make the choices that you want to make in order to better yourself and improve your life. Consistency is key to anything in life, and that includes weight loss, okay? If you're not consistent, you will not lose the weight. You need to wake up every day choosing to live this life and making those better choices for yourself.
Done one of these in a while, so here's another weight loss outfit comparison. This was me last summer. I was over 200 pounds. So in September, I decided to see a nutritionist, and since then I've lost over 50 pounds. I have a goal to lose about 65 pounds. Majority of the weight loss has come from just following a meal plan that my nutritionist set me up with, focusing on portion control, high protein diet, some exercise as well. So I'll go ahead and put this outfit on now that I've lost over 50 pounds. Here we have it. Can you guys believe this? The shorts. I am blown away every time I put on these shorts. How much space is in here now? I think these were a size 16. Yeah, so these are a size 16. And the shirt is a 2X. Now I'm actually in a medium. This is pretty large. Please ignore how wrinkled this is. Crazy. We love a non-scale victory. Bye.
Daily reminder to not just look at the scale during your weight loss journey, but to also take progress pictures. So this was me a year and a half ago. I was 260 pounds. And this picture right here was taken back in January at the beginning of the year. I was 230 pounds. So in about like little less than a year, I had only lost 30 pounds by not doing much, exercising 2 to 3 times a week, and eating what I thought was healthy, but not healthy at all, not knowing what a calorie deficit was or anything. This picture right here is me from 2 months ago. So back in mid-April, I decided to get my shit together and start taking exercise really seriously, doing at least 12,000 steps a day. And I learned how to eat in a calorie deficit and started tracking my calories. So that was back in April. So this picture was taken 2 months ago. And in those 5 months, I lost 60 pounds. So a total of 90 pounds in the last year and a half, but mostly 60 pounds in the last 5 months. And at first the weight was just falling off of me. I was walking so much and I was eating like super, super healthy. And it was just like, I was losing weight so quickly. So this is what I mean by taking progress pictures and not just fully going off of what the scale says, because in those first 5 months, I lost 60 pounds, okay? These pictures are 2 months apart. In the last 2 months, I have only lost 3 pounds. And if I was just going off the scale, that's like devastating to someone like me that's like trying to lose weight. But I'm glad I have these pictures to show that, like, yes, I have only lost 3 pounds, but like, look at the difference between my legs. The only thing that I'm doing differently in these last 2 months is I'm adding runs into my walks, and I'm weightlifting now. So I'm like running a lot more and I'm lifting more weights. And so of course, like, muscle weighs more than fat, but if I was just going off of the scale, I would feel so discouraged. Just the difference of my legs, like, it's such a huge difference in these 2 months. And I'm only like 3 pounds lighter in this picture. I know I'm wearing like a baggy shirt, you can't see it, but like my waist has gotten smaller, my hips have gotten smaller, my legs are so much more toned than they were before. It's like a huge difference. But yeah, if you are on a weight loss journey, please take progress pictures.
I've lost over 25 pounds, and if I was to do it all over again, this is exactly what I would do. I feel like the mistake that we all make in the beginning is that we bite off more than we can chew. So we put ourselves into a really deep deficit. We start going to the gym 6 days a week when we hadn't even been going to the gym before. We start walking, I don't know, like 20,000 steps a day. And honestly, you don't need all that. So instead of putting yourself into such a deep deficit, start off with like a 200-300 calorie deficit, and then later on when you plateau, you can reduce it further. This allows your body to kind of like get used to the new routine, and you won't be like too hungry right in the beginning. Again, with the gym, don't do too much. Even doing 3 full body sessions a week is more than enough, and then you can always build on top of that. You don't want to start off by going 6 days a week and then completely burning yourself out, and 2 weeks or a month later you stop going altogether. Aim to be 1% better every single day, and if that means going to the gym twice that week or 3 days that week, that's completely fine. That's a good starting point. Also, don't underestimate the power of a walk. If you're trying to lose weight, aim to get about 8,000 to 10,000 steps in a day, obviously depending on your lifestyle. But the power of a walk, it's a low impact form of cardio. It gets your heart rate up. It's also good for your mental, like it's just good to clear your head and everything. And yeah, I just find walks really help with weight loss in general. It will put you into a further deficit. So if you don't want to reduce your calories as much, just walk. Honestly, walk. And at the end of the day, you just have to be patient with it. So you can eat in a deficit, go to the gym, walk, yada yada yada, but it's not all going to happen overnight. So you kind of just need to find peace in the process. Just have fun with it, enjoy your sessions, get better at what you're doing, experiment with your food and, I don't know, toppings to put on your porridge and yogurt and all of that. At the end of the day, like, weight loss is such a... Like, it's a simple thing to do, but it is really hard mentally, and the consistency is also really difficult. So just don't beat yourself up about it. Be kind to yourself. I feel like starting your journey can be so daunting, and there's so much information out there. Find a few people that you enjoy watching and listening to fitness-wise, people that can like help you with workouts and like food options and everything. It will make the process a lot easier. But yeah, just have fun with it.
So I've left a lot of people speechless, assuming that in that video, the girl in the first clip was a different girl. I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, that was me. I am going to show you guys a few pictures from a couple years back when I was at my biggest, just to prove my point. So this picture right here is a picture from one of our like family photo shoots that we had done. If you can't tell, I was wearing a jacket because I was insecure about my arms, and I thought the jacket was going to be able to cover like some of my body, like most of my stomach. I was wrong because I look huge. This is a picture from when my family and I went to Key West a couple of years ago. If you can see, my quads were fucking massive. And I think you can see the shape of my body by kind of how my shirt lays. So here's another one. This is one of the pictures from one of my high school homecomings. That is me. I made a transformation video with this picture, and a lot of people were saying that I look so much happier when I was bigger. But no, look at my face. This right here, that is a smile of embarrassment. I was super insecure, hence why my hands are on my hips, trying to, you know, snatch the waist in a little bit. This right here is a picture from a Christmas. I don't know how old I was. I don't know what year this is from. Again, here, super insecure. I never went out. I never had friends. I didn't really do anything because, again, I was so embarrassed to show myself to the world because, again, I didn't take care of myself. If you can't tell, I didn't look like I took care of myself. Here's a picture when I was at my absolute biggest and I was disgusted with my body. That is me. That girl right here. I know my face isn't in it, but again, I was insecure. Why do you think I didn't show my face? I didn't want bitches to know that was fucking me. Just kidding. No, I didn't show my face because I never looked at myself. Last and final picture. This was one of my school pictures. This was one of the only school pictures that I smiled with my teeth in because I hated when I smiled the fact that I had a double chin. Please take that fucking camera lens off of me. And it honestly makes me so sad looking back because I wasn't able to live my life to the fullest as a child because I was
Okay, this was me at 255 pounds. I'm currently around 175, and I'm gonna be telling you guys everything I did to basically lose weight and build muscle. So not only lose weight, but also build the body that I actually wanted. So I've always prioritized weightlifting since the beginning of my weight loss journey, and I finished with cardio. The thing where I kind of went wrong was there was a point where I was doing excessive amounts of cardio. I was working at Amazon for most of my weight loss journey, or at least like for the whole beginning of it. So this is basically what my body was looking like at around 65 pounds down. I still did have curves because I was weightlifting, so I was building curves, but I was starting to look a little squarish. There was a point where I feel like I just was not looking muscular. I was looking like a little square. I was basically getting skinny fat, and that was because I was just doing a lot of cardio. I was working at Amazon, like I said before. I was walking all day, and then I was doing like 30 minutes of cardio, so it was just excessive. Okay, now this is my current physique, you guys. This is only about 15 to 20 pounds difference from the previous video. So this is basically my body prioritizing weights, eating a lot of protein. I wasn't eating enough protein back then. But yeah, I'm gonna basically be telling you guys everything that I did, so it can help you guys in your weight loss journey. So the first step and the first thing that I did was I started swapping out my regular food for lower calorie options, so I could just like start eating in a calorie deficit eventually. So yeah, once I got used to eating low calorie stuff, I went on a calorie deficit. To find your calorie deficit, just go on Google, type in TDE calculator, to find basically the calories you should be eating to lose weight. Again, my numbers are going to be different from yours. I might be taller than you, I might be shorter than you, I might be more active than you. So yeah, just fill out the calculator. Super easy, it's free. Once you do that, start tracking your calories. If it's a whole food item, just weigh it out. If it's something maybe processed, just look at the nutrition label. It'll tell you the calories that's in that food. Then I started drinking a gallon of water a day. Sometimes you guys are not even hungry. Sometimes you guys are just thirsty. So yeah, start drinking a gallon of water a day. Start getting more steps in. Make sure you guys are walking a lot. If you guys maybe want to park farther from the grocery store, just start walking. Just start walking. Go walk your dog. Now prioritize weightlifting. I've always prioritized weightlifting. This body was not built by cardio. This body was built by putting on muscle. So I do 2 leg days, 2 back and biceps, 1 push day. I will be dropping my routine soon because I don't sell any workout routine.
Before and after, how my clothes fit after 4 months of weight loss and 30 pounds down. So this was me pre-weight loss. This was at the Taylor Swift concert. I had this in my viral video on my page, and then I did a part 2. So this is how the pants were fitting in June, and it was a huge improvement, obviously, but let's see how they fit now that I'm at my goal weight. So now I am at my goal weight. I will not be losing anymore. This is 30 pounds from my starting weight, and it took me 4 months, and now I've just been maintaining. So yeah, it's pretty insane. I do walking, Pilates.
5 weight loss tips you probably haven't tried yet, because yes, everybody knows about calorie deficit and 10,000 steps a day. So rule number 1 is start with vinegar. Before your biggest meal, mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a small glass of water. It can help you steady your blood sugar after eating, which keeps you from crashing and craving sugar an hour later. And the second tip is lift more, run less. And less cardio just leaves you tired and hungrier. Strength training, on the other hand, builds muscle, and muscle burns calories even when you are resting, so more muscle equals faster metabolism. And rule number 3 is keep snacks pure protein. When you need something between meals, stick to a protein only. Think about like hard-boiled egg, a few slices of turkey, skip the sugary protein bars, or a healthy handful of nuts. Straight protein kills hunger and keeps your metabolism humming. A fourth tip is swap your latte for green tea. Trade your afternoon coffee, some sort of tea like black tea, green tea. It smoothers, energy boost, and cuts down on bloating, and is a natural compound that gently supports your metabolism. And the fifth final tip is try a coaching app. Staying motivated is the hardest part. My coach suggested an app called Tony I. It tracks your goal with a daily countdown, which is surprisingly motivating. Plus, it has an AI coach. You can ask for advice.
So I gotta say, this is like my favorite question, because I just, over the years, my body just keeps getting tighter. And I know that sounds like so contrary. Listen, like I have all the stretch marks and I have the skin and stuff, but I have to let you know, like, my arms were so flabby. And I really feel like with time, they've gotten really muscular and tighter. So just so you know, when you maintain your weight for a long time and you continue to work out, your skin gets tighter, even though I've had so many pregnancies. And like I said, I have plenty of skin, but like, I just feel like it can get tighter.
That's a video basis. I'm just here just to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. Women sharing their weight loss transformation. So one of the biggest secrets these women revealed is that weight loss is not about starving yourself or trying to copy every single trend you see online. Instead, it's about consistency. They shared how they stopped focusing on quick fixes and still leaned into routines they could actually stick to. Some, they said, used to go on crash diet and would lose weight fast but gain it all back. And once they shifted their mindset to small, realistic changes, the result finally stayed. Bestie, that's such an important lesson because so many of us get caught up in a need results and right now. But the real transformation comes when you learn patience and discipline. Another secret they expose is the power of portion control. A lot of them admitted that before their journey, they would eat even when they were not hungry, or load their plates with food just because it was available. Once they learned to actually listen to their bodies and understand the difference between cravings and hunger, everything shifted. They did not cut all the food they loved, but they learned to balance instead of having a big slice of pizza. Maybe it's once a slice, a big salad. Instead of cutting out chocolate completely, maybe it's one square after dinner. These little swaps help them lose weight without feeling deprived, and that's a kind of secret no one talks about. They also talk about movement, but not in a way you think. A lot of us believe you need to hit the gym 6 days a week or run marathons to lose weight. But most of these women said walking was their biggest game changer. Something as simple as walking every day, even just for 30 minutes, completely changed their bodies. Not only did it help burn calories, but it also helped clear their mind, reduce stress, and give them consistency. One woman said she lost over 50 pounds just by committing to walking and cutting back soda. Okay, and let's also talk about mindset because every single one of these ladies agree that mental discipline was a new secret. Weight loss is not just about what you eat or how you move, it's about what you think. They shared how they had stopped looking at weight loss as punishment and started seeing it as self love. Instead of saying, I can't eat that, they reframed it as, I'm choosing not to eat that because I love myself and my body. The little shift in mindset changed everything. One lady said that they used to eat whenever she was stressed. But once she started journaling and practicing mindfulness, she no longer turned to food for comfort. And that's a powerful secret that doesn't get enough attention. Healing your relationship with food and your emotion is not just as important as counting calories. Another thing they admitted to see is that accountability played a huge role. Some joined support groups, others found workout buddies, and some even just social media to track their progress. Knowing that someone else was watching or cheering them up to keep them going. And when they felt like giving up, those small reminders of why they started to push them through to keep them going. The real secret here is you don't have to do it alone. Having people around you who support your journey can make a difference. And be very careful when you're sharing your weight loss journey, as much as I said that. And let's not forget about hydration. I know it sounds so basic, but so many of these women, they used to drink a lot of water was a turning point in their journey. One lady even said that most of the time she thought she was hungry, she was just dehydrated. By drinking more water, she's not only felt full, but also have more energy to move her body and less cravings for sugary drinks. Sometimes the secret are hiding in the simplest habits we ignore. Bestie, what I love most about this story is that none of these women said their weight loss happened overnight. They all admitted to slip up, bad days, and moments of doubt. But the real difference was they did not quit. They kept showing up for themselves even when the results were slow. And that's a true exposed secret. They did not let temporary setback define their journey. They understood that it's about progressing, not perfection. So if you're watching this video right now, you feel stuck, remember that the ladies who transformed their bodies were not born with special discipline or secret formula. They started exactly where you are with doubt, okay, with struggles, with admire for change. By they committed to transform themselves, they stayed consistent and they did not quit. That's a secret, bestie. If they can't do it, if they can do it, you can also do it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.